Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today's video is going to be the cash envelope stuffing for the budget that I wrote for the third week in February. If you missed the video where I wrote out my budget and kind of talked you through my thought process and why I was budgeting that much for each category, I will link it in a card above so that you can check it out. But today we are going to be filling out the cash envelope breakdown. We're going to go to the bank, we're going to grab the cash we need, and we're going to stuff my cash envelopes. So, if you have never seen one of my videos before, you wouldn't know, but I use the Budget Mom Budget by Paycheck Workbook printables. I print out the pages that I need and punch them using an arc punch, and I bind them with a Happy Planner disc bound system. Wow, that's a tongue twister. And the pages that I use on a weekly basis are the Paycheck Bill Tracker, which is where I fill out my budget, and then also the cash envelope breakdown, where I figure out exactly how much cash I need from the bank. So what I do is I list out the categories that I need to take cash out of the bank for and their amounts, add it up, and then break down the denominations. So that's what we're going to start out by doing. We're going to fill in these categories, and the categories that I need to pull cash for are my cash envelopes, my sinking funds, and my extra savings. All of these are pulled out in cash. That's how I like to do my budget. And so let's get started by writing out these categories. First up, I have my husband's spending money, and he gets $40. My spending money, and I get $40 as well. We have gasoline, and for gasoline, I budgeted $40. We have eating out, which is going to get $25. And then we have miscellaneous, which gets $25. So those are the cash envelopes. Now we're going to move on to the sinking funds. So we have Austin, $20. We have anniversary, for $20. Clothes is also going to get $20. I kept things pretty simple with my sinking funds this week and just did $20 all the way down. So we have haircuts, holidays, and school expenses. I'm writing very sloppy today, and each of those gets $20 as well. And then we're going to move on to extra savings, which I also take out in cash. So we have Savopoly, which we're pulling out $24 for this week. We have the 52-week savings challenge, and for that, I chose to pull out $15 to save. And lastly, we have my Nintendo Switch, which you guys know I'm saving for. And for my Switch, we're going to save $10 this week. So what I'm going to do now is add up these amounts and get a total. So let me pull in my calculator here. So we're going to add 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 25 plus 25 plus 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Hopefully I did that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 20s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 20s there. Okay, good. Plus 24, plus 15, plus 10. For a total of $339 that I need to pull out from the bank. I'm just going to add these up again and make sure that that total matches. I don't want any mistakes. The last thing that I want to do is pull out too much or too little from the bank. Yep, $339. Okay, so now we're gonna break that cash down, because if I just go to the bank and ask for $339, they're gonna give me three $100 bills, and that doesn't break up nicely for my envelopes. So for my husband's $40, we're gonna take out two 20s. For my $40, we're gonna take out two 20s as well. The same for gasoline. For eating out, it's 25, so we'll do a 20 and a 5. The same for miscellaneous, a 20 and a 5. For Austin, we're going to do a 20. For anniversary, we're going to do a 20. Same for clothes and haircuts and holidays. And then we're also going to do a 20 for school expenses. That's a lot of 20s. Just gonna make sure I did this right, because I always make a mistake when I do the cash breakdown for some reason. For Savopoly, we're gonna do a 20 and 4 1s. For my 52-week savings challenge, it's 15, so we'll do a 10 and a 5. And for my Nintendo Switch, it is a 10. So we're not taking out any 50s or $100 bills this week. And now we're just gonna go down the line and count it up. So we're gonna take out 4 1s for a total of $4. We're going to do 1, 2, 3 5s for a total of $15. 2 10s, that's $20. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 20s for a total of $300. Now we're going to add up the total value of the bills and make sure that this total matches this total. That's how we know we did everything right. So $4 plus $15 plus $20 plus $300 is $339. So that's perfect. So I know that that is how much money I need to pull out of my bank to stuff my cash envelopes this week. So I do have bank teller sticky notes from the Budget Mom that I typically use for this, but I cannot find them anywhere. I must have misplaced them. So I'm just going to pull out one of these sticky notes from Erin Condren. I purchased these not too long ago. I think they're so pretty. And I'm just going to kind of make it work this week because I need to get to the bank. And I have no idea what I did with those sticky notes. And I don't have time to spend looking for them. So I'm just going to use a sticky note from this Erin Condren cube and write in my totals. So we are going to want 4 $1 bills equals $4. We're going to want 3 $5 bills for $15. We want 2 10s for a total of $20. And we want 15 20s for a total of $300. And that just smeared. So I don't know how much I like these sticky notes, but that's okay. We'll make it work. For a total of $339. So I'm just going to take this to my bank, give this to the teller, and get this cash, and then I will come back and we will stuff my cash envelopes. Okay, so I went to the bank, I got my cash, I've got it all laid out here and ready to go. I went ahead off camera, counted everything, made sure everything was accounted for, and we are all set and ready to stuff our envelopes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So first up on the list here, I have my husband spending. He's going to get $40, so I'm actually just going to pull out his 2 20s and set this off to the side for him. Now something that I see Snow Gardener 307, my friend Marlene here on YouTube, do all the time is when she fills her envelopes, she actually highlights the category and the amount to let herself know that she has done that. And so I'm going to do that because I want to be like her. So I'm going to just highlight this, and she highlights much prettier than that, but that's how I'm going to know that I went ahead and stuffed the envelopes. Usually I just check them off, but I like this, so that's what we're going to do today. Next up, I have my spending, and for my spending, I'm gonna get $40 as well. So I have my 220s here, and I have my conscious wallet. So I'm just going to flip to my spending envelope, which is right here, and I'm going to put my $40 in there so that it's all set and ready for the week. And then we're gonna go ahead and highlight this as well. Definitely have to practice my highlighting because it's very crooked. All right, next we have gasoline for a total of $40 as well. So I'm gonna flip to my gasoline envelope, which I have right here. Hopefully you guys can see this. I set things up a little bit differently this week, and I'm not sure how well it's gonna work out, but I have $40 for gas, and I'm just gonna slip that into my gasoline envelope so that I can very easily have access to that to fill my gas tank this week. So we're gonna highlight that. All right, next up we have eating out for a total of $25. I chose a 20 and a 5 for that, so we'll take a 20 and a 5, and we'll get that into my eating out envelope, which is this pretty yellow one. Hopefully this cash will still be here at the end of the week when we do the cash, or the budget results video rather, because it's our goal not to eat out at all this week. So last we have miscellaneous. For miscellaneous, we're going to do 25 as well. So we will do a 20 and a 5 for that. And we'll get that put in here. And that is actually the last of my cash envelopes. I do have other envelopes here in my wallet, but they don't get filled. So this is my debt snowball envelope, which you guys know at the end of the week, if I have cash left over, that cash usually gets put into my debt snowball envelope to be made as an extra debt payment at the end of the month. And then I have my deposit envelope where I put any cash throughout the week that if I have spending that I need to do in one of my cash categories but I can't use cash, I will instead swipe my debit card or my credit card, and then I'll move the cash from that envelope to the deposit envelope, and then at the end of the week I will deposit that money to make that payment to that card. That's how I do it. It works out really well for me because sometimes you just can't use cash. For example, a lot of times I will do this with my gas. It's too darn cold here in Michigan to be running in and paying cash and then coming out and pumping the gas. I will just pump the gas, use my card, and then I'll take the money out of the gas fund, put it in the deposit envelope, and deposit it to make all of my balances match. So that takes care of that. That is everything that goes into my wallet. This is going to go back into my purse so that I have that money throughout the week. We took care of eating out and miscellaneous, so we'll just go ahead and highlight those. And now we're going to move on to my sinking funds. I keep my sinking funds in an accordion folder. Each of my funds has its own tab, and each of the tabs is labeled, so it's really, really easy to keep track of everything. I'm just going to have my accordion folder kind of off camera because I cannot zoom out far enough to get everything in frame, so this is just how it's going to have to work. And the first envelope we're going to fill is my son Austin's envelope. So this is Austin's allowance. He has an envelope here in my accordion folder where he keeps his cash should he decide to save it. Obviously, if he wants to spend it, I just take it out of here and give it to him. So for his allowance, he gets $20. He currently, right now, in his envelope has $40. So the way that I do my sinking funds is I keep track of the comings and goings in my fund using a, what is the word for this? Index card. Sorry, you guys, I had a brain lapse there. And so we are adding $20 today for a total of $60. So we're just going to add a $20 bill here. And we're going to count it up. 20, 40, 60. He has what he's supposed to have, and that takes care of Austin. So I'm going to get this put back into his envelope. And that'll go back in my accordion folder for when he wants to access it. And that takes care of Austin. Hey, that was pretty straight. I'm getting better. Okay, next up we have anniversary. So right now, my anniversary fund does not have a whole heck of a lot in it. We've got $35. Our anniversary is at the end of March, so we wanted to add some money to this fund. We're going to add a 20. And I'm just going to go ahead and slip that in there and update my card. So 35 plus 20 is 55, so we should have $55 here. So let's count it up. 20, 40, why am I doing it this way? Jeez, oh Pete's. 20, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. So I do, in fact, have $55 as anticipated. That will go right back into my accordion file, and hopefully we will continue to add money to this every week between now and our anniversary, so we have plenty of money to celebrate. Alright, next up is clothes. So for clothing, we have just $20 in there, but we're going to add 20 more today for a total of 40. It adds up. So that takes care of clothing. All right. Moving right along to haircuts. So my haircuts fund is currently empty, so the math is going to be super easy. We're going to add $20 for a total of $20. So we got $20 towards my kiddo's next haircut. Ooh, that was real crooked. All right, now we've got holidays. Holidays is currently empty, but we desperately need to start saving for Easter because that's coming up before you know it. So we're adding $20 today for a total of 20. And that takes care of holidays. Alrighty. Now we're going to add some money to school expenses, which is also empty. So we added money to quite a few of our empty funds. I told you guys when I did my sinking fund tracker for February that I had quite a few funds that were empty that I wanted to focus on in February. And that's exactly what I have done. So we're going to add $20 to school expenses for a total of 20. Moving right along here, we have Savopoly. So we've moved into our savings challenges, which are all behind the savings tab. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull out all of my envelopes here. So for Savopoly, we're adding $24. My Savopoly fund right now has $103 in it. So this is growing rapidly, which is so much fun. What did I say we were adding? 24 for a total of 127. If that mental math is right. You guys know how I am with mental math. I'm not always the greatest at it, but we're adding 24, so we're going to want a 20 and 4 ones, which is what I have here. Go ahead and slip these in here. Where they go, 24, and we'll count this up and make sure that we do indeed have that 127 Get rid of that hair. 50, 70, 90, 100, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So that is as anticipated. I feel like this went really quick this week. I didn't make any mistakes, though we're not done yet, so there's still time. So that takes care of Savopoly. Oh my goodness, my highlighting skills are seriously lacking. Next we have my 52-week savings challenge, which currently has $124 in it, and we're going to add 15 more. What in the world? So 124 plus 15 is 139, right? So we've got a 10 and a 5. $50, $70, $90, $100, $110, $120, $25, $30, $35, $36, $37, $38, and $39. Alrighty. And last, but certainly not least, is my Nintendo Switch. You guys know I've been saving up for a Nintendo Switch for a few weeks now. It's something I've wanted for years. And my kids keep telling me I'm crazy to buy a Nintendo Switch because it's lame. Nintendo is boring, and they're likely going to be coming out with a new console soon, so I'm just wasting my money. Maybe they're right, but I really want a Nintendo Switch, so I'm going to continue to save for it, and who knows, by the time I have enough for it, they may come out with a whole new console, and I'll change my mind about buying it, but for now, I'm really excited about saving for this. So, Nintendo Switch. I've got $20 in there right now, and I'm saving 10 more for a total of 30. I do indeed have 110 left, so that means I didn't make any mistakes. I think this is the first time I have filmed a cash envelope stuffing where I did not make a single mistake. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm always making mistakes, so I'm excited about that. So, $30 in my Nintendo Switch envelope. That can go back behind the savings tab, and that is going to do it for my cash envelope stuffing this week. So everything has been highlighted. I took care of all of my cash categories. That was so much fun. I love stuffing my cash envelopes. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. I post new budgeting and lifestyle content here on my channel every single week. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!